In this rank match, Barmaid gets first kite and 0.3 damage is distributed to all of the red rascals. Hermit is very weak early game, so I'm just biding my time to assign colors for stuns. Low-key surprised that this color actually attached. With my stun on cooldown, Barmaid is safe to transition areas. I usually don't like to stun through pallets since by the time the pallet is broken, my control effect will be over. With prisoner changing their color, 0.6 damage is distributed to the blue bros. Barmaid uses their drink while I zoom to try to cut off their next transition area. Super Pro Blink Death. I remembered Perfumer's cipher is nearby, so I try to disrupt decoding. Perfumer perfumes while Barmaid is rescued assumably by Prisoner since there was a lack of tide. I ignore Perfumer in favor of finding the nearby Barmaid or Prisoner. Zooming over, I find the nearby Prisoner and distribute point for damage to the red rascals. Prisoner becomes a blue bro while they shock me to maintain distance. I zoom up to try to get another stun and get shocked. Death. While cheering Prisoner, I see Perfumer getting ready for an insta-rescue. The rescue is so early, I can't stall chair time, so I wait for the perfume to end before hitting. Prisoner tries to run away, but I zoom over next to him in a pallet. Death. Looking at the cipher progress, I knew the next rescuer would come from this direction, where I find the mercenary. 0.6 damage is given to the red rascals. Running in a straight line, I easily get a stun death. I find the healing party and focus on Perfumer. Death. Barmaid runs to rescue and I zoom over. They flywheel and slam a pallet while as I watch. Blink Death. The survivors soon surrender. In this rank match, Mercenary gets first kite. With Psychologist on the team, I didn't want to unnecessarily share the damage since their extra health can throw off the damage distribution for me. Since Mercenary already has a color, I'm just biding my time until I get a stun hit. Mercenary runs around this rock, but I eventually catch up and deal 1 point to solo damage. This extra point to damage allows me to insta-down Mercenary since it exceeds their delayed damage. Death. Acrobat goes in for the rescue and I think about stunning, but decide to swing and trigger an early chair rescue. I don't have my tier 2 abilities yet, so I can't zoom over. Acrobat body blocks Death. Mercenary gets whistled by Psychologist, so I assume they are about to rescue. They use their elbow pads and I miss assigning a color. I try to do hit fake outs and then Death. I love this emote so much. While I chair Mercenary, Acrobat gets saved. I zoom over to see Psychologist going to save the Mercenary too. They are red, so I attempt to stall Mercenary's chair. Despite sharing damage with Toy Merchant, Psychologist is scared of a possible terror shock. I exploit this weakness and continue my stun fest. One more stun for good measure. Mercenary blasts off at the speed of light, and 0.6 damage is shared to the red rascals. One tip when kiting Hermit is to not move predictably and to get out of his line of sight. Hermit's stuns have a large diameter, so kiting near thin walls is a no-go too. 0.6 damage is distributed again to the blue bros. Psychologist rounds this area again and jumps the window, not wanting to extend their kite. I blink Death. Toy Merchant glides over and goes in for the rescue. Psychologist gets saved and is unaware of Toy Merchant's C- body block Death. Toy Merchant is nearby and I get greedy. I administer a controlled shock. Death. Acrobat doesn't even try to rescue, so I go camp dungeon. I'm greedy for that 4K, so I sit here until Acrobat gets crows. I know Acrobat is up top. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. Acrobat jumps and I don't want to hit them towards the dungeon. Death. Acrobat tries to crawl, but I recover quickly. I send them off with a yellow card.